Dear friends, welcome to my video. In this video, we'll see how to add or save a new contact directly from our Android app. So let's begin. We'll create a new project and name this project as add or save new contact. And rest of the things I'll leave as it is. Click finish. Wait for my environment to load up. Once the environment loads up, first and foremost thing, what I'll do is I'll run this app into an emulator so that my emulator can load in parallel on the right hand side. Also, for this app, we'll need the permission to write to context. So we'll ask that permission from the user. For that, we'll make an entry in our manifest file. So that's the first entry. And in Java, onCreate method itself will ask the user to provide us the this permission. So for that, we'll request permission for this context new string manifest dot permission dot write context and the package manager dot permission granted. So once we have it, this line of code will ensure that we have the right permission to write into the context. Now we'll look into our layout. So in layout, what we'll do is we will modify it a bit. We'll put a button. I don't think we'll need this text view. Let me zoom in a little bit and bring. No. I think I should have, yeah. And I don't think I'll need this hello world default text view over here. I'll need a couple of plain text. In fact, one to type the name of the contact. So this could be name and what else? Yeah, I will remove this name and I'll give the constraints. The ID could be person name. Okay, that sounds okay. Types to me person name. And what else? And we'll give some hint to it. And hint could be, I'm not sure why, name. Okay. And another plain text will enter the phone number. That could be even the integer. So this number, or we can take even the plain text and we can check in our app for the numbers. But better to put numbers over here. And over here, I'll just edit text number is fine instead of I'll give some constraints, and over here also I'll see if there is something called hints. Yeah, and I will just enter number. Yeah. So the hint is basically the grayed out part. On the right hand side, we can see our app has loaded up, but anyway, good, we'll use it shortly. And a button to insert our context. So I can say add the add contact. So this will be the trigger. I think there is a spelling mistake. Contact. Yeah. So this will trigger our add operation in our Java code. I'll quickly go to the Java code, and what I'll do is I will make a public method, public void button add contact view. Yeah. I'll come back to my layout, and in this button on click attribute, I will associate it with the method which we just now defined. I think from layout perspective we are done. Now I'll create quickly a couple of class variables. One will be like private edit edit text, and this will be edit text name, and the other one could be I think I can use the same one, and other one could be edit text number. And in this onCreate method itself, we'll associate this name find view by id r.id dot no not to the number, but I think it was person name. I'm not sure why this text is coming two times. Let me go back quickly and check the ID of this. Yeah, so this in this ID text is two times, so that's why it's coming. But that's fine. I think I could have corrected it, but it's okay. The other one will be number, and this will be find view by ID r.id dot edit text number. Yeah, perfect. So whenever there is any update over that set in the layout, we will get the respective values over here in this Java variables. Now in our main method, the button method, we'll start our main. We'll start writing the main part of the code. So first and foremost, we will define an array list of type content provider operation. So this will be content provider operation, and we can name this variable as array. No, I think there's some better content provider operations. I think this could be our name of the variable, and this will of course new array list, and the type of this list could be content provider operation. That's it. So to make it readable, I will do one thing. I'll bring it down here. Yeah. Okay. So once we have it, we'll use this to create our new context, which will be inserting, or we'll use to insert. So in this we'll use add, and then we can use content provider operations, and not the new assert. I am looking for new insert. So there are different options: call, delete, or insert. We are looking for this new insert, and in this new insert we can give the options what all we need. So we need something called context contract dot row context dot content ud. Perfect. And what else? We can probably give some values what will be the part of this operation. So build is there by default, but I think what I'll do is I'll also with value, and the value could be again context contract. One will be the I think the row contracts, and the type account type or account name. Yeah, account type, and initially we'll put it null because right now we are just initializing, and the other one could be context contract dot row contracts. This could be account name. Yeah, perfect. And null, semicolon. I missed out. So once we have the variable initialized, then we'll start adding our operations into it. So we can add, so content provider. So here we will be adding the name. So I'll just put adding name. Okay, and here what we will do is we will add the new. No, I think here I should have done add, and then inside this I will be doing same similarly what I've done above. So this will be contains provided new insert, of course, and the type will be of course the same thing. That will be context contract dot data dot row contact ID, and here we can give some index. So say for example 0. No, I think I did something wrong. Wait, let me bring it in the fun line. Yeah, so here this will be data dot content ud. Perfect. And now in the next line we can add some like uh, with value back reference, and over here what we can use this one, where what we can do is we can context contract dot data dot contact id. Yeah, and then what else? So once we have it, then what, I'll also give semicolon in the start itself. So we have over here we have access the contact id which we are assigning over here to this particular variable, and then we'll put the name. So here what we can do is we can assign the value with value, and this will be of course again the context contract data mime type, and the mime type could be no, I think I'll have to type the complete one. So what I'll do is I'll put context contract dot common data kinds dot structure name, and yes, and now the value will be with value and context contract dot common data kinds, and here structure name dot display name, and here we can use the name which will fetch from our edit text name dot get text dot to string probably. Yeah, make sure that it's not empty, otherwise I'm not sure, it may throw some exception. Yeah, so this was about a name, and then we can use the similar concept for getting the number. So for the number, most of things will remain same, so I'll just copy paste this part of the code again. Control C, Control V, Control V. So I think here I can see it adding number. Yeah, and I think MIME tab will also remain same. The only thing which will change is this one. Instead of display name, we'll put phone dot number. Yeah, and here for number, what we can do is we can, instead of taking it from the name, we will take it from the number get text to string. Most likely, what we can also do is we can set some kind of type of this number. So it could be work or it could be something. So let's see what all options we have. And here a phone type could be no, I think common data kinds dot phone dot. Here I will see the options are like fax home, fax work, type as home, mobile, others, pager, radio. So yeah, so there are options like we can choose work or home or something. So I will choose probably, say for example, work. Let me choose work here and see how it comes up. And once we have created our variable, so we can do is we can just get content resolver and then apply this batch operation. So contact contracts authority, and we can use our variable which we just now created to write to it. Okay, so there is some error. Let me see. I think it's asking for try catch. Let's do it. Yeah, let's run this code in our emulator and see how it comes up. So it's asking for permission to add or save new contacts to access the contacts. Please allow. If you don't allow, of course, it won't. It may not work. And before I do something, let me quickly go and check in the my phone book what are the numbers stored. I think it should be empty, which I did just before this call. It's empty right now. So we'll go back to our app and add something, some numbers. So say for example, first number could be, the name could be programmer world, which is my channel's name, and the number could be 112345 6. Let's add and see what happens. So I could have displayed some message or so, kind of success message or something, and I can see something has come up. And if I click here, so I can see the context has been added, but the number is not there. So let me go back and see what is wrong in the code. I don't know why this semicolon is missing from here, and I think I understood. So what's happening is this is the not a work type but mobile type. So let me change this quickly to mobile type instead of work. Let me check whether it works. And now let me rerun the code and see how it happens. So my programmer world. I've just typed some other number, some other name intentionally, and I'm giving some random number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I've added a contact. Let me go back to my phone book and see whether this works or not. So after reviewing the code, it seems like everything looks good, but why the number is not coming up over here? So let me just quickly see. Everything looks good. I have created a new context here using new insert, and then I have put type a name, and then I'm coming here to add the names. And okay, so I think the mistake which I'm doing over here is I'm inserting it again. That's not correct. So that's not required, is what I feel. Uh, no, it seems like it's giving some error. Let me do Control Z first, and insert is fine in respect to the structured name here, and display name is also looks good. If I go, okay, so I think I got it. So here it should have been not the structured name but the phone, because the MIME type should be the phone and not the structured name, then only it will enter. So let's rerun the code and see if it solves the problem. I'll probably use some other name this time, programmer world channel, and I'll use number as 2 1 3 4 5 6. Randomly I have just put something, and let me go back to the context. Yeah, this is the new one. Perfect. So this got saved here. So that was the mistake which I was doing over here. Let me try quickly with the other one, the word, the type underscore word, and I'm rerunning the code. I'll use this one the same name, and I'm just doing add context. If I go to the context page, I should see a new entry this time with the programmer world. Yeah, that was what was expected. So if you notice, there is another programmer world, and this time this name has come with a phone type of word. So the mistake which I was doing was in this line number 65, instead of phone, I have given a structured name. So these are the small mistakes which you should be careful, and that's why, yeah, I'll be giving all my codes on my portal, so you can refer to it. But you have to be careful while doing this code, and even a small error is somewhere referring to that type may give wrong results in your app. So that's all. I hope this video is useful to you. If you have any questions or suggestions, then please put in the comment section. And if you like this video, then please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.